Hey everybody, it's Lunatic, coach of the against the Louisville Littens, coached by Colton. And before the battle, I'm gonna go over the spreads for all the Pokemon. So first up, I have Mimikyu. The first thing is Mimikyu is we are running Trick Room, and Mimikyu is the only Pokemon on my team that gets Trick Room, so I had to bring him. I really thought Latias got it, but apparently not. So Mimikyu's coming. It has Trick Room. Taunt for the likes of Gligar and Uxie. Shadow Sneak to pick things off. With this team, I want to tear holes through his team, and then I have a couple Mons with priority to pick stuff off in case my sweepers aren't able to get the kills. And then I have D-Bon just to take out something super threatening. We have Max Speed, Jolly Nature, because I know he has something that's based on 95 speed. Can't remember what at the moment, but that allows me to outspeed that. 196 special defense to have Mimikyu's special defense is really good, so having that higher stat there, I can take hits. But I do also have the Focus Sash in case maybe like a Manaphy sets up and he's gonna Oko me anyway, or he hits me on the physical side. And then I have 60 in attack, just to have that Shadow Sneak do a little more damage. It's Mimikyu's named McLovin. Then we have Cotton Candy, the Magmortar, running Life Orb. This is one of two Wall Breakers / Sweepers. His max special attack, Quiet Nature, with 248 HP and 8 special defense. This spread allows me to be able to take a hit from Manaphy and hit back with a T-Bolt. The other moves I have are Fire Blast, Focus Blast, and HP Ice. The HP Ice is really there in case Gligar comes, because the other three moves cover mostly all of his team. Next we have Golden Years, the Drampa, with Expert Belt. Berserk has the ability with Dragon Balls, T-Bolt, Surf, Focus Blast. Focus Blast there being to be able to hit the likes of Miltank or Cortana, or it can hit Heatran as well. I do have Surf though, and his spread is pretty similar. Max special attack, 248 HP and 8 defense. Then we have Mumble, who is going to be one of our walls essentially, with leftovers running Scald, Stealth Rock, Roar, Aqua Jet. This thing is meant to be able to take on the Manaphy, and if it wants to try setting up on me, I do have the Roar. The spread is 248 HP, 172 defense, and 90 special defense with a Sassy Nature, again hindering speed. Mimikyu is the only thing on this team that is fast at all. Everything else is a negative speed nature and 0 speed IVs. Then we have Roly Poly, the Donphan, with Lumberry, in case of stuff like Toxic from Uxie, Gligar, or like Will-O-Wisp from Mega Banette. The spread, 248 HP, 8 attack, and 252 defense, Relax Nature, with the moves Earthquake, Knockoff, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin, get rid of hazards. Ice Shard, another priority move to pick things off. Knockoff is just a good move to get rid of items, and Earthquake for stab. And we have Daisy, the Mega Venusaur, with 248 HP, 50 this. I don't know why Showdown does this. Oops. 106, I believe. Yep. 248 HP, 106 defense, 56 special attack, and 100 special defense with the Relaxed Nature. He's Mega Venusaur is insanely bulky, so this spread allows him to be bulky on both ends, and the special attack investment gives Giga Drain a chance to 2-hit KO Gligar if he brings it, and all sorts of, makes Giga Drain do more damage. And he's also carrying Earthquake, Knockoff, and Synthesis. Earthquake to be able to really, for the likes of like Heatran, I'll be able to 1v1 that. Knockoff again, I do want to get rid of a lot of his Pokemon's items. Also, it'll act as chip damage, because he'll have to sacrifice an item on something to switch in, and that's just damage for Magmortar or Drampa to be able to just continue to tear through. So that's the plan. Alright, so this is the battle. Looking at his team, I did expect him to bring the Manaphy, the Heatran, and the Mega Banette. And I did also think that Electivire was very possible bringing. The Kartana I didn't expect because it looked like Magmortar could just like run through his team, and defensively speaking, I didn't think it made sense for him to bring something quad weak to fire when my fire type kind of runs through him. But I do see throughout the battle that Kartana was an offensive threat to my team. And then the Noivern, I did not really prepare for at all. I saw other things on his team that I thought were more likely for him to bring. He did tell me after the battle he made a last minute change to take out Gligar, but he didn't say for what, so it could have been that. I did prepare for Gligar, so that wouldn't have really been an issue. Looking at this team, I wasn't too sure what to lead with, but I think Empoleon matched up the best against anything. So I am going to lead with that. I do apologize for this being post-com. I did plan for it to be a live commentary, but I fucked up the recording. It is actually time number, I think, 4 of recording this because I'm using a new editing software. I just keep fucking up somehow. So hopefully this one turns out fine. Alright. So I lead off with Empoleon as he leads with the Noivern, and I have no problem here because I'm specially defensive, so I just set up Rock. And I bring in Donphan on his Electivire. He does predict that I can go for Ice Punch, and I'm super defensive, so I'm still above half. I take this time to go for knockoff, or no matter who comes in, they're losing their item. I have to predict him to just go Leaf Blade, go into Venusaur, so I can get off my Mega. If he went for Psycho Cut, I would have been in trouble. But I just Synthesis up as I do take the Psycho Cut. I don't think he's going to stay in, so I just go for Earthquake, did everything, and I catch the Heatran. He hits me with Lava Plume, and I just take him out with Earthquake, so now he has no fire immunity. Magmortar has a lot more free reign. He goes into Noivern, and Hurricane's definitely coming. So I go back into Empoleon, eat that hit. From that damage, I learned that he Specs, so I can now play around that. On his switch, I just go for Scald. I was debating whether or not going for Roar, but I didn't want him to get a favorable matchup. I go into Mega Venusaur because now that I'm Mega, even if it goes for Ice Punch, I'll take it. So as he switches, I go for the Synthesis. But Noivern comes back out, so fearing the Hurricane again, I go into Empoleon. He predicts that going for Focus Blast. The crit did matter, but it doesn't change the result of the battle. I know he's going to switch as I go into Mimikyu because he's choice. So I'm going to pause to catch up a little bit. I know he's choice, so I go into Mimikyu because he's locked into Focus Blast. And I just set up a Trick Room as he brings in the Banette. And thinking that he's going to go for Will-O-Wisp, I go into Magmortar, and that was a very risky play because if it was, I didn't know what set this Mega Banette was, but if it was, if it had Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak, if he went for Shadow Claw, followed by Shadow Sneak obviously, it would kill the Magmortar, so I needed him to have to go for Will-O-Wisp, and he does. So I get Magmortar in, and Trick Room is up, so now he can have fun. He does have the Thunder Wave, which I found to be interesting, having 2 status moves, but hit him with Fire Blast. He was pretty bulky, so he lived. He swapped out to Electivire, and that just goes down. He then brings in Kartana, and then he doubles into Noivern, which I don't understand. He could have just gone into Noivern, I don't understand that play. But I go for Fire Blast regardless. Luckily, I don't get fully paralyzed on any of these turns. Now he goes into Manaphy and thinks he can just set up his Tail Glow, which he does, and I go for T-Bolt, knocking it down pretty low. And he just takes me out with Scald, which I'm fine with. Magmortar did what I wanted it to do. And then going to Mega Venusaur, super bulky. I take a Psychic from +3 Manaphy and kill it with Giga Drain. I showed I'm not fully specially defensive. The Mega Venusaur is just so fat. So I'm going to pause here to explain. These next couple turns, I I had to figure out how to win against Cortana and Mega Banettes, because between the two of them, they can take out the rest of my team. So what I realized is, okay, the only way that I can deal with this Cortana and Mega Banette is by setting up Trick Room again. So what I had to do was I had to sack Mega Venusaur, go into Mimikyu, set up Trick Room, sack Donphan, get in Drampa for free, and Drampa takes out the two of them. That's how it has to go down. So I do sack the Mega Venusaur, bring in Mimikyu, do exactly what I said. He pops my disguise, and then I get up Trick Room again. I go into Donphan just to sack it, no matter what he went for. Just Ice Shard for the fun of it. And, he knocks out Donphan, so that's fine. He has his Beast Boost, but it doesn't matter, because with the Trick Room, Drampa goes first, his Keeper thin, haha, paper. Special defense, I take him out Dragon Pulse. And his Mega Minute comes in and goes for the Prankster Destiny Bond, so he does save his differential a little bit. And Mimikyu just chilling in the back, being the only Pokemon alive. I do take the win, 1-0 over the Littens. It was an intense battle. The replay went by pretty fast, but the battle itself was very slow. I was constantly calculating, debating what the right move was to do, because if I made a wrong play somewhere, Cortana probably could have just swept my team. And yeah, like I said, I didn't realize how strong Cortana was against my team offensively. So I did learn that I do have to evaluate my opponent's teams better. I am happy that I won, though. Last season, I started off 0-3, which was very upsetting. So I'm happy that at the start of Season 5, I've won my first match. And, I hope I just continue from there and, learn from all my mistakes. Yeah. Thanks for watching.